Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. William Samoei Ruto has shared some photos where, together with Raila Odinga, they met the president of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And already, as I do this video, Raila is trending at #1 because of that meeting. William Ruto chose to write this on his Twitter page, that we also discussed the declared candidacy of Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Odinga for the Africa Union Commission chairmanship. And it's a very interesting photo. They are talking together. At some point, they have sticks together with Yoweri and they are looking at the cattle there. Then Yoweri is saying this: I was happy to meet President Ruto and retired Honorable Raila Odinga this afternoon at my farm in Kisozi. We discussed issues of mutual interest between our two countries and the East African community. I welcome them. So Museveni decides very intentionally to reveal some scanty details. He was very economical with the exact thing that happened. But Ruto, knowing very well that people would start speculating, decided to tell them that one of the things that people discussed was the issue of Raila's candidacy. Ladies and gentlemen, as they always say, that in politics everything happens for a reason. This meeting is coming against a backdrop of many things. One is that the Ruto team came out and gave conditions to Raila Odinga, that if you want the government to support you, then you must apologize for the demonstrations. You remember such things. And they have also, if you look at their bloggers, they have tried to take the bragging rights that without us, Raila is going nowhere. And in fact, they're saying that it is William Ruto who is creating a job for Raila Amolo Odinga. And in fact, they are always saying that Ruto made him a prime minister. Now, 20 or so years down the line, he's going to make him the African Union Commission. It is also happening after Uhuru Kenyatta met Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and went ahead to meet Madam Samia Suluhu. And this meeting is also coming at a time when speculations are ripe that Ruto's relationship with the African presidents, especially to start with the East Africa, the very heads that he needs to elect Raila in that position, they don't see eye to eye. So collectively, this meeting is very important and very significant. And I want us to look at it very politically. One, William Ruto was acting on an intelligence report because he knows very well that Uhuru Kenyatta had spearheaded the campaigns. The truth is, the relationship between Uhuru Kenyatta and most of these African countries, you talk of Felix Tshisekedi of Congo, Yoweri of Uganda, Samia Suluhu, Uhuru Kenyatta stands a better chance of campaigning to Raila compared to William Ruto. And so I think intelligence, the NIS must have told William Ruto to rush there before Uhuru's exercise gains momentum. Because before you know it, you would see Uhuru working with Raila. But the policy demands that the country that you come from must nominate you or must support you. So William Ruto, knowing very well that his relationship and the other African countries is not all that cordial, he appeared to be campaigning for Raila. I'm saying he appears to be doing this because the truth is, his relationship, if Raila would depend on William Ruto, apart from the nomination and maybe the resources, William Ruto cannot convince these other leaders to vote for Raila Odinga. So he wanted to appear to be campaigning for Raila Odinga. He must do his part as a president. Whether they listen or reject, he must do his part. And he's very right when he says that they discuss the issue of Raila's candidature, especially as East Africa community. They want to produce one candidate because there are speculations that Uhuru, Museveni, and Samia wanted to rally their support behind the former president of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete. So Ruto must appear, or he was just trying in this capacity and see whether he can also pull a string. Number two, Ruto needed to underscore the very significant part of all this of unity between Raila and himself. After his party or the government gave Raila condition, you remember Senator Chergai saying that Raila must apologize. William Ruto wanted to underline this fact that they have a cordial relationship. Some people call it a handshake, that they have agreed together. And rightly so, because they both need each other. Raila needs the government, as I said, not because William Ruto will campaign for him, but it is an impetus towards that seat. When your president nominates you or supports you with resources and makes it very public and very categorical that he is behind you. So William Ruto wanted to underscore that need so that all the Kenya Kwanza team who have been, talking that Raila must apologize must know that they are now working together towards Raila's candidature. Now, like I was saying, they need each other. Raila needs him, and they also need Raila to go. They want Raila outside the Kenyan local politics. And on this, we will only have to wait whether Raila will be voted in or not, because if Raila will not click that seat, Raila's blood is politics. He will come back and he will still be a thorn in the flesh to Ruto's government. So Ruto needed to underscore the need of unity and to send to his team this message that we are now working together unconditionally. That was the need, and that is why they shared this. Number three, Ruto needed to counter Uhuru Kenyatta. Like I've said, he does not want to let it appear as if he is now a lame duck president in terms of his relationship, in terms of his ability to reach out to his counterparts. Uhuru is a retired president. So William Ruto, and I'm saying that the intelligence report must have, the intelligence must have advised him to go and start campaigning for Raila. Whether they agree or not, that is a story for another day. But he had to do his part so that it is not seen as if Uhuru is in the front line. Because every time William Ruto does something, anytime he does something, there is a political motive behind it. Remember, they have always said that Uhuru did not know how to do things. And now Uhuru appears to be taking a center stage, a front line, in talking to the other presidents. He needed to counter Uhuru Kenyatta, and this is very important to him and his team, because that team does not want to imagine that Uhuru can do something better than William Samoei Ruto. They've said that economically Uhuru never knew anything. So he really, Statehouse Kenya, wanted to pronounce itself to counter Uhuru on this. But if you ask me, if Raila is serious about clinching this seat, he needs both of them. He needs Uhuru Kenyatta and he needs William Samoei Ruto. William Ruto can support him with the resources and maybe just going about it so that people can see that William Ruto is helping Raila Odinga to campaign. I also think that William Ruto took that opportunity to try and mend the fences. You see, they have not been seeing eye to eye of late. They can meet on official duties when EAC presidents are meeting, then they meet under the umbrella of EAC. But on a mutual perspective, as friends, as comrades, I don't think so. I don't believe that William Ruto can invite Museveni for a cup of tea. Because the last time we were celebrating the Jamhuri Day, he invited Museveni, and Museveni has never missed our functions when Uhuru was in power, when Quebec was in power. But this time round, Museveni sent not, he didn't come, neither sent a deputy president or a vice president, neither sent a prime minister, sent a deputy prime minister. And so that tells you that the relationship is not all that good. So it was needed to, to have that meeting. I think William Ruto got that opportunity to maybe discuss their differences, whether it was the oil deal, the milk deal that William Ruto terminated, the pipeline, and all that has always brought altercations between them. I think they wanted to iron out their differences, and it is a good opportunity because for you to start campaigning, for you to start talking to someone about your candidate and all that, it is important. These are human beings just like us. And if there is a problem, an underlying political, social, or economic problem, they can always iron them out. Maybe after this, their relationship will come back to normalcy because they have been good friends. I remember when Ruto was a deputy president, he used to travel to Uganda a lot. So this meeting is meant to benefit both, all of them, I mean. And of course, one thing that they must have discussed is the unity of the EAC members, the security within the area, because if there is something that they share in common is the vulnerability from groups like Al-Shabaab and Al-Qaeda. So they couldn't have, gone through this meeting without talking about the security in the area. But I know that the core of the meeting is the heart of it is Raila's candidature and the need to produce one candidate after this. If they agree, then I know they will meet as East African community. Museveni is one person who can be trusted to converge all the East African member states, the heads, so that they can cement their formidable support around one candidate. And I believe this is the reason why this was very significant. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.